Here's what Trump wants to do to reshape the federal government during the shutdown. The federal government officially entered a partial shutdown on Wednesday after lawmakers in Washington failed to pass a spending package before the midnight deadline. The impasse has opened the door for President Donald Trump to pursue sweeping changes to the federal workforce, changes he says will be irreversible. For weeks leading up to the shutdown, both parties blamed each other for the stalemate. Democrats accused Republicans of excluding healthcare subsidies first enacted during the pandemic under President Joe Biden, while Republicans charged that Democrats were pushing wasteful spending and benefits for undocumented immigrants, claims Democratic leaders flatly denied. Trump's strategy in the shutdown. Speaking from the Oval Office before the deadline, Trump insisted that his administration did not want the government to close. But he quickly pivoted, saying that the shutdown created an opportunity to cut vast numbers of people and programs that he argues waste taxpayer money. "We don't want it to shut down," Trump said Tuesday, "but now that it has, we can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, like cutting programs they like, cutting people they rely on, and stopping things that Democrats want to keep." Under the Anti-Deficiency Act, agencies cannot spend money during the shutdown except to carry out essential functions such as national security or protecting property. But the executive branch retains broad discretion in deciding which activities are essential. Trump and his budget team have seized on that flexibility, signaling plans to downsize federal departments while the funding fight drags on. Layoffs and program cuts ahead. White House Budget Director Russell Vought, who has become one of Trump's most influential aides, outlined plans for mass layoffs in a memo circulated Tuesday night. He blamed the stalemate on Democrats' insane policy demands, including $1 trillion in new spending. Vice President J.D. Vance echoed the message Wednesday, telling reporters the shutdown would not last long, but acknowledging that layoffs are inevitable. "We're going to have to triage. That means some people are going to have to get laid off. We'll do everything we can to minimize the pain for the American people, but there will be tough decisions." Vance insisted the administration was not targeting specific agencies for political reasons. Still, he admitted that troops would go without pay until a funding deal is reached, though core services would continue. Democrats push back. Democrats have denounced the Trump framing, saying Republicans are manufacturing the crisis to advance an ideological agenda. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer accused the president of spreading big lies about undocumented immigrants gaining access to Obamacare subsidies. "That is absolutely false," Schumer said. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries called the shutdown reckless political theater designed to dismantle healthcare protections and destabilize public services. For Trump, however, the shutdown is another step in a long-running campaign to slim down what he calls the unaccountable federal bureaucracy. Earlier this year, his administration offered buyouts to federal employees to encourage early exits, while also launching reductions in force across multiple agencies. In a March address to Congress, Trump promised to reclaim power from unelected bureaucrats and vowed that any federal worker resisting change would be removed from office immediately. The Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, an initiative launched under Trump and controversially led by tech billionaire Elon Musk, has been auditing agencies for fraud and waste. Its aggressive tactics have triggered lawsuits from unions and Democratic lawmakers who argue the program is designed to intimidate civil servants. What comes next? As the shutdown enters its first week, uncertainty hangs over how long it will last and how far Trump will go in reshaping the government under its cover. Republicans argue the strategy is a necessary reset to stop runaway spending. Democrats warn it is an unprecedented assault on the federal workforce and public services. Trump himself has hinted that the shutdown could mark the beginning of a historic downsizing. He said Tuesday, "We're going to get rid of things we didn't want, cut programs we don't need, and save the American people a lot of money." Whether the public agrees or grows weary of the political brinksmanship may determine how long Trump and his allies can sustain their shutdown strategy.